Hello, my name is Michal Siarek. I'm a photographer and I'm very lucky. I feel very glad because I won the Fidal Youth Photography Award 2016. So Alexander started in 2010 when I first came to Kosovo, and then I was curious about the neighboring countries. I had no idea about the issues within the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, and then I started my research because I was just curious how come that since 2001 there was no photojournalist covering the country. And since I couldn't find anything, I went to a research field trip first with a friend, and I lost my camera the very first day because I was just dumb and I was shooting pictures I should not be taking. And then after a couple of years, I realized that next year I realized the importance of the topic, because what we saw was the country under development, and we had no idea what does it mean. Later on, after extensive research, I realized that what they are trying to do is to rebuild a sense of connection with ancient roots, in this situation with the roots of Alexander the Great. And I understood what is happening, but then I had no idea why is it happening, because the country seemed to be post-Yugoslav country, and the Yugoslav identity seemed to be present. But then during the really complex research, I realized how huge the impact is to proclaim the Alexander the Great the father of present Macedonian nation. So one of the first pictures I have taken in Macedonia is the monument of warrior on a horseback, which, from what I later found out, was the monument of Alexander the Great. That was a very significant period in the history of the country, because that's exactly when they started reignited the argument with Greeks over the national identity and heritage. The second picture is Pasko Kuzman, which was the former head of National Museum in Macedonia. And I was trying to reach the person for over a year, because he was a person behind the revamp. Not directly, but he was the main ideologist of the process, and I really wanted to confront with him. It took, as I mentioned, 1 year to reach Pasko. It was in 2015 already. The third picture shows the peak of Soluńska Glava, which means in translation the head of Thessaloniki. In legends, legend says that from this peak you would be able to see Thessaloniki, and I assumed that perhaps this may be the place from which Alexander ideally could be looking towards the country he want to conquer. Yet I know this is a very pop cultural interpretation of it, as well as I found some comic books and I wanted to relate to them to get closer to the pop culture.